Yokoso. Hi everybody, welcome to Edupedia world. So in this video we will be learning the next set of kanjis. So let's start with the first kanji. The first kanji is Hidari. Hidari means left. Please pay attention to learn the strokes for this kanji. One, two, three, 4 and 5. This kanji is called Hidari. Hidari meaning left. The kunyomi reading of this kanji is Hidari and onyomi readings are Sa and Sha. The meaning of this kanji is left. To right it is Migi and to left it is Hidari. Kunyomi reading is Hidari and onyomi readings are Sa and Sha. Okay, the history of this kanji is that the first style, which is the oracle bone style, didn't have the shape I. You can see to the right side of the shape I is added, and in bronzeware style and the 10th style, which is the second one and the third picture, the shape I was added. The kanji I, it is also a separate kanji. So it came from a carpenter's tool, a work table or a craft, and it means craft. So you can imagine one holds the crafted work with his left hand to work on. So hence the kanji, the last one, came into existence, which means left. Clear? The next kanji which we are going to learn is Ushiro kanji, which means behind. Please pay attention to the stroke order. This is the first stroke, second, third, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Okay, this should extend a little. Yeah, so this is the Ato kanji or Ushiro kanji, which means behind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It has got 9 strokes. The kunyomi readings of this kanji are Nochi, Ushi of Ushiro, Ushiro also, Ato, Oku of Okurere, and the onyomi readings are Go and Ko. I repeat, the kunyomi readings are Nochi, Ushi of Ushiro, Ushiro, Ato, Oku of Okurere, and the onyomi readings are Go and Ko. The meanings remain the same. It is behind, back or later. Clear? So these are the respective onyomi and kunyomi readings. The history of this kanji is that for this kanji, the fourth one, the first bronzeware style on the left had a crossroad. This is a crossroad and short threads. And the bottom had a forward footprint and a backward footprint. But the forward footprint was not in the second sample and neither in the 10th style, which is the third sample. Short threads meant smallness. So by waking in small steps, one became behind and arrived later. So from that kanji, the fourth kanji came into existence, which meant behind, back, later or late. I repeat for convenience, for the fourth kanji, the top of the first bronzeware style, this part on the left had a crossroad and short threads, the character which looks like 8, and the bottom had a footprint, forward footprint and a backward footprint. But the forward footprint was not in the second and third sample. Short threads meant smallness. By waking in small steps, one became behind and arrived later. So from that, the kanji, which is the fourth kanji, came into existence, which meant behind, back, later or late. And there are respectively different kunyomi and onyomi readings for this kanji. Clear? The next kanji is ki kanji. Please pay attention to the stroke order. This is one of the easiest kanjis in the Japanese language. 1, 2, 3 and 4. This kanji is called ki and it has got 4 strokes. The kunyomi readings of this kanji are ki and the prefix ko, and onyomi readings are boku and moku. Meaning remains the same, it is either tree or wood. Kunyomi readings are ki and the prefix ko, and onyomi readings are boku and moku. One easiest way to remember this kanji is to visualize the image of a tree. The image of a tree does look like the kanji in itself, isn't it? So there cannot be a better example than this one for remembering this kanji. The next kanji which we are going to learn is kuruma kanji, which means car. This kanji has got totally 7 strokes. Please pay attention to the stroke order. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. This is the kanji for kuruma. The kunyomi reading of this kanji is kuruma and the onyomi reading is sha. Very simple. Kunyomi is kuruma and the onyomi is sha. This kanji means car. To remember this kanji, maybe you can compare the center portion of this kanji to a wheel of a car, and you can imagine or visualize this image to remember this kanji, like one needs a car to get to work. So this is one way of remembering this kanji. So always remember kuruma is car. This kanji which we are going to learn is iku kanji, which means to go. Please pay attention to the stroke order. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. This kanji is called iku. E of iku. The kunyomi readings of this kanji are E of iku, U of yuku, U of yuki, yuki, iki, suffix, okona of okonawa, which means to conduct, or oko of okonawa, and the onyomi readings are ko, gyo and an. The meanings are to go, journey, to carry out, to conduct, to act, line, to row it, to bank, etc. Okay, so the kunyomi readings are iku, yuku, yuki, iki, okonawa, and the onyomi readings are ko, gyo and an. The history of this kanji is that in oracle, bone style, bronzeware style and ten style, it was a crossroad. The vertical direction was thicker and suggested rather than turning to the right or left, one went ahead straight. From that it meant to go or way, and also it meant to carry out or to conduct oneself when that principle was applied to a person. A straight line also was used to mean line in writing. There are a couple of things I need to mention here. The word or this kanji to go has 2 different pronunciations. One is iku and yuku, and they have been used interchangeably way back in history. Another thing is that this kanji, as we have already seen, has 3 different onyomi with its own history. This on top of another kunyomi, which means to carry out. As you know, the Japanese language adopted the Chinese writing over a long stretch of centuries. Even among the people in China, kanji was pronounced differently depending on the regional dialect. What Japanese had learnt as the correct Chinese pronunciation became outdated, or it came to be viewed as country style when the new power came in China. So during one of the dynasties, to bring the onyomi up to date, the Japanese court officially changed the onyomi in line with the currently spoken Chinese pronunciation. That was called kan-on. A large portion of onyomi words that we use now is kan-on based. At the same time, the pronunciation prior to that, called go-on, remained in words that were deeply rooted in Buddhism and people's daily life. The sounds that were brought in after that were called to-on. They are a small group of words. So this kanji ended up with 5 different pronunciations in Japanese, and among them onyomi are few. Clear? So this is the history of this kanji. Next kanji which we are going to see is Yasui kanji, which means cheap. Let's learn the stroke order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. There are totally 6 strokes to this kanji. The kunyomi readings of this kanji are Yasui, Yasumara, Yasuraka. It all means the same, to relax, cheap, that's it. And the onyomi reading is an. The meanings are relax, cheap, low, quiet, rested, contented and peaceful. Kunyomi readings are Yasui. Basically it is Yasu, and the onyomi reading is an. Clear? This kanji is that in oracle bone style, which is in light brown, the first and second image, it was a person kneeling with arms crossed in front. The pliant posture of the person meant a woman. The direction in which a woman faced was the flip side of each other. As noted in earlier histories, in oracle bone style, the direction that a figure faced did not seem to carry any particular meaning, whereas in later writing, facing right meant looking back or a backward movement. In bronzeware style, which is in green color, in the right one, the fourth image, the line that had signified the body and the legs lost a sharp bend that showed kneeling that image 3 had. And yet, in 10 style, which is in the red color, the bent knee returned. Her left hand got elongated to reach the floor, and thus the last image came into existence, which means cheap, Yasui. Clear? The next kanji which we are going to learn is Ta of Taberu, which means to eat. Pay attention to the stroke order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. This has to touch. Okay. So this is the kanji for Taberu. My readings are Ku, Taberu, Kurau, Hamu. Onyomi readings are Shoku and Jiki. The meaning is to eat in the verb form, and if it is noun, it is food. I repeat, the kunyomi readings are Ku, Ta, Ha. Ku of Ku, Ku of Kurawu, Ta of Taberu, Ha of Hamu. And onyomi readings are Shoku and Jiki. The history of this kanji is that in oracle bone style and bronzeware style, it was food heaped on a dish with a lid on top. In 10 style, the shape had the meaning of a person, spoon or ladle. And this is the exploration of this kanji that originated from the oracle bone style to bronzeware style to 10 style and the recent one. Clear? Kanji which we are going to learn is Takai kanji, which means tall or cheap, so tall or expensive. Please pay attention to the stroke order. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So there are 10 strokes to this Takai kanji. Kunyomi readings are Takai, Taka basically Taka of Takai, Tak of Takameru or Takamaru. And the onyomi reading is Ko. Kunyomi readings are Takai, Takameru, Takamaru, and the onyomi reading is Ko. The meanings are tall, high, and expensive. History of this kanji is that kanji, the last kanji, as a tall arch gate of a powerful clan where a prayer or pledging was conducted. It does look like that, right? So from the powerful clan, it meant high, tall. The Kyujitai, which is in blue color, reflected bronzeware style better than ten style, which is reflected in Shinjitai. So it means tall or high. Clear? Kanji which we are going to see is Kuni Kanji, which means country. So please pay attention to the stroke order. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the kanji for country. The kunyomi reading of this kanji is Kuni and onyomi reading is Koku. Kunyomi is Kuni, onyomi is Koku, and the meaning of this kanji is country. The history of this kanji is that the domain, which is the kanji A, image A, originally had as the kanji E, which is the Kyujitai for the kanji F. So in the history of this kanji F, the oracle bone style writing, which is the image A, and the first bronzeware style, which is the image B, were the same as those of image A. So another bronzeware style sample C had an enclosure around A. Sometime during the bronzeware style time when image A changed its meaning to exist, a new kanji for country, which is the image D, was created by adding an enclosure line to mean country or domain. The 10 style, which is the image D, and the Kyujitai, which is the image E in blue, reflected that shape. In Shinjitai, which is the image F, however, the image which is inside the enclosure, instead of the image A, was adopted for the inside. It means that the kanji had been used as an abbreviation of image E. Clear? This will be little confusing, but there's no other go. You have to remember it this way. Okay, so this is how this kanji F came into existence. Kanji which we are going to learn is Kita, which means north. Please pay attention to the stroke order. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this is the kanji for north. Kunyomi reading of this kanji is Kita and the onyomi reading is Hoku. Kunyomi is Kita, onyomi is Hoku. The meaning of this kanji is north. The history of this kanji is that in the oracle bone style and bronzeware style of this kanji, which is the fourth image, it was two people standing with their backs to each other. It originally meant to turn one's back on each other. From early times on, the writing was also used to mean north. People built a house facing south and the back faced north. So turning away from an enemy also meant a defeat. Clear? So this was meant to be defeated north. Clear? So this is the history of this kanji. The next kanji which we are going to see is Higashi kanji, which means east. Please pay attention to the stroke order. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the kanji for east. The kunyomi reading of this kanji is Higashi, onyomi reading is To. Kunyomi is Higashi, onyomi is To, which means east. The history of the kanji is that can you see a sun kanji inside a tree kanji? In this kanji, morning sun shines through the branches of a tree in the east. This is one way of remembering this kanji. So the kanji higashi means east. The ancient writings tell us a different story. In oracle bone style, which is the image A in brown, and bronzeware style, which is the image B in green, it was a bag that was tied around a pole with two ends tied tightly and the middle wrapped around as well. The middles of these samples do not look anything like the sun. At the time of the oracle bone style and bronzeware style, the sun was a circle with a dot, long or short in the middle, that signified that the inside was not empty. It was only in 10 style, which is the image C in red, when the middle dot became a line across. So, what did a bag of stuff with a pole going through have to do with the direction east? The answer is nothing. The writing was borrowed to mean east. Borrowing means it had no relevance to the meaning or sound of this original kanji. In those days, borrowing a shape for a direction was not uncommon. So, that's it. So, this is the history of this kanji, which means east. Next kanji is Minami, which means south. So, pay attention to the stroke order. So far, we have seen Kita and Higashi. Now it's Minami, which is south. Pay attention to the stroke order. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So there are totally 9 strokes to this kanji. Minami, which means south. Onyomi reading is Minami and the Onyomi readings are Nan and Na. Kunyomi is Minami, Onyomi is Nan or Na. This kanji means south. And one way to remember this kanji is this part of the kanji can be compared to that of an open jar. This enclosure can be compared to an open jar, and the top portion resembles the kanji of 10, number 10, and this portion resembles the kanji for number 8, and the bottom portion can be compared to an image of a person holding an umbrella. So this is one way to remember this kanji, Minami, which means south. The next kanji which we are going to learn is Kan. Kanji Kan. So please pay attention to the stroke order. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So totally 12 strokes to this kanji. The kunyomi readings of this kanji are Aida, Ma and I. Onyomi readings are Kan and Ken. Kunyomi readings are Aida, Ma, I. Onyomi readings are Kan and Ken. The meaning is interval, space or between. Meanings are interval, space and between. One way to remember this kanji is you can visualize the image of two flags facing each other between the sun kanji. Two flags facing each other between the sun kanji. So it aptly goes for the word between, interval or space. The last kanji for this video is my kanji, which means every or each. Every or each. So please pay attention to the stroke order. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is the kanji for every. The kunyomi readings are goto or the suffix gotoni, and onyomi readings are mai. Kunyomi readings are goto, gotoni, and onyomi reading is mai. The meaning for mai is every. And the history of this kanji is that the shape, the last shape, came from the kanji for mother. We are going to look at those kanjis. So in this kanji, in all three ancient styles, at the top of mother kanji, a line of different contours, straight, wiggly or curving upward, was added. There seems to be different interpretation on what this extra line signified, including a plant that grew profusely and a hair accessory on a woman who was busily engaged in a religious ceremony, together with the meaning that a mother could give birth to a child one after another. It signified something multiplying. From that it meant every. Clear? So throughout the ancient writings there were two dots that were breasts, but in kanji they became a long single line, and that's how this kanji emerged, mai, which means every. Clear? So far we have seen 14 kanjis in this video. I'll see you in the next class. Keep practicing. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu.